아, 내가 가는 거, 엄마. 어, 당일 면접이잖아. 지호 여기서 먹었어, 대충. 어쩔 수 없지. 애가 우선인데 애를 잘 키우는지 감시를 해야 되니까 내가 계속. 알았어, 엄마 쉬어. 알았어, 쉬어.
Visitation rights. I think this is a really brilliant documentary. It was difficult. There was an understated quality that I thought allowed the space for all of the emotions to breathe. And there was not a reductive quality whatsoever about it. I thought the intimacy with which we were invited into the situation and the vulnerability in which it was shared allowed for the emotions to have such a strong drive of the piece. And I think that's really important because then we can see what happens in the human experience when basically arbitrary laws bump up against that. And it's really powerful to have art pieces like this to challenge those laws. And I think it's one of the most powerful and revolutionary ways is through art to help us question why we do what we do and whether that really is the best way. And I think it highlighted a lot of the logic. And by having us live it with him, going on the train, waiting, the calls, and it felt, because of the intimacy, it felt so close that I was feeling deeply affected by his sense of loss and almost like a hopelessness in the situation. So I hope that this will be a powerful piece for people who are experiencing the same concerns, and then hopefully furthermore that this can help affect some change in our legal system and make us question and hopefully revise some of these rules.
Visitation rights. I thought this was really, really interesting. I think that this is one of those situations where I'd only thought about it in the frame of America and what my friends have experienced. And it didn't really occur to me that obviously you have divorce, you have custody fights and settlements in other countries as well, and how their cultures really affect that and what that looks like, and how their laws might be very, very different than how we operate here in the US. And, you know, seeing this, hearing it, I thought was really, really interesting, and getting so many different perspectives with so many different situations, but they're all still showing up. They're all still trying and fighting for their kids and for their relationship with their kids. And just seeing how much culture impacts the laws and impacts the discussions, I thought was really, really, really fascinating.
This was a remarkable, compelling documentary. The story and just the concept overall, I've never really stopped and thought about these circumstances really outside of, our own sort of culture and society here, and people I've known who've dealt with it. So it was an interesting look and perspective to see it played out, in another country, as is where things are just noticeably different, I guess, to say the least. It was really well thought out, put together. Just the way it was all framed, the whole story, the way it's presented was just really effective. I think kind of just getting in a very sort of intimate way with them, and really kind of just almost being a fly on the wall in a lot of it, and really getting to absorb it and just feeling, and yeah, for better or worse, just feeling everything along with them, because it's such a trying circumstance, and I think it was presented here very thoughtfully and delicately, and overall just a strong and endearing piece. I enjoyed it.